Hello, I'm Dr. Gina Stevens. I'm a UAGC faculty member and I'm part of the Honors Faculty Advisory Board. If you'd give me a few moments of your time, I'd like to walk you through the Honors 280 Society, Power, and Responsibility class. This is the second in a series of 3 classes that make up the Honors program. Don't tell my other students, but the Honors classes are my favorites. They're my favorites because we have to step outside our norms or our comfort zone. It pushes us to think about things we might otherwise take for granted, and that makes us grow. So I really love this class. Honors 280, Society, Power, and Responsibility explores the topic of civic identity, specifically your civic identity. This class has incorporated a service learning component. Students choose to write letters, send emails, start social media campaigns or petitions. Some students do volunteer in the local community. Pre-COVID, we've seen people go out and speak at city council meetings or canvass door to door on an issue that matters to them. Service learning embodies the idea of stepping outside of your comfort zone to accomplish something. A lot of our students have told us just how transformative their projects were for them, partly as a result of getting out of their familiar situations and allowing them to make a difference. So let's take a look at this class. All of the assignments are across all 5 weeks are focused on a topic or an issue selected by the student, something they care about. The assignments are designed to support critical thinking and help students plan for their active civic engagement. Like all of UAGC's classes, this course will be 5 weeks long. In week 1, students explore their political ideology, how that ideology influences their civic identity, and the various types of engagement they might pursue. Students also explore media bias and how that impacts public and their own perception of their chosen issue. In week 2, students explore the Constitution of the United States, focusing on one of the amendments to the Constitution that impacts their issue, and then they explore the history and debates on that amendment. Students also get to examine the different schools of judicial interpretation of the Constitution. In week 2, students practice examining evidence reliability related to that issue they chose. In week 3, students explore how the judicial system impacts government as a whole. To do this, 4 pivotal court cases are examined. Then students identify a pivotal court case applicable to their chosen issue, and they also submit a proposal for their active civic engagement in week 5. In week 4, students explore the legislative process in the United States, examine how individuals and groups can engage and influence the legislative process, and how legislation impacts society. Then, students will identify a pivotal piece of legislation and discuss how it impacts their chosen issue while exploring the people involved, their motivations for or against this piece of legislation. In week 5, we bring it all together. Students are exploring the role of the executive branch of our government, how our government is structured to provide checks and balances, and the overall impact of the executive branch. But they also are reflecting on and telling us more about their active civic engagement as we wrap up this 5-week class. As you can see, each of the 5 weeks has 2 discussions and an assignment due. Then, students use their chosen topic as a focus throughout the course to help them apply the theoretical concepts to the practical applications. Like I said, this is one of my favorite classes. I hope you enjoy this course as much as I do.